Time to take it out. Don't you judge this hair. Don't you judge this hair. Don't you judge this weave. Don't you do it. And don't judge my edges. Hallelujah. Hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. For all of you who have been rocking with me, thank you so much for coming back through. And I appreciate you so much. I love you. And for those who are new, I hope you enjoy what you see and what you hear. And thank you so much for stopping by. I post every Tuesday. And so please don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any content that is posted. And what I talk about on this channel, it is basically things that God has shown me and taught me along my journey, along my walk with Him, things that have helped me chip away at the barriers that I face, and hopefully they will help you do the same. So I'm just sharing what I've learned, child. All right. So now, today, what are we talking about today? Today y'all, I'm gonna stop messing with this hair. Lord have mercy. Today we're talking about there being more inside. I think oftentimes we feel depleted. We feel like we don't have anything to offer. We feel discouraged about who we are, about our lives, period. And we may arrive at that place several times in our lives. But we need to know the truth, okay? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. All right? So, first let's get this out of the way, okay? We, as good as we are at measurements and things and all of that, we're still very, very bad, and we don't even realize it. We got all this stuff, and we took all the chemistry classes and geometry classes and math classes, and we still are horrible at measurements. And what do I mean by that? I mean, when it comes to us as people, we are horrible at measuring each other and ourselves oftentimes. So my son just reminded me of that this morning. He was talking about washing the dishes, and he was like, "You know what's crazy, Mom?" My son is 11. Okay, he was like, "You know what's crazy, Mom? Like your brain just be like tricking you. You know what I'm saying? Like you go in there, I go in into the dishes, and I be thinking, oh man, it's like too much. It's too much, man." And he said, then I get in there and get to washing the dishes, and I realized it was just like a big pot on top of it, and just a few, just like 3 dishes in there. And I was like, what, man? And I love that because that's exactly how we are when we try to measure things. We're just horrible at measuring things, especially when it comes to us as people. And so that feeling of being depleted, the feeling of not having anything inside, anything to offer, we have to first begin with that. Let's remember that we're not good at measuring. Don't do that, especially since we are not the ones that created us. Can I get a hallelujah? Wouldn't it make much more sense for us to rely upon the creator of the thing to help us understand what the capacity of that thing is, or what it has the ability to do? That makes sense to me. And we don't allow that at times. We don't allow God to be the one to define us, to define our value and what we have inside of us. We don't give that time. We don't make that space. We don't make that effort to spend time with God so that He can reveal that to us. And so we're just left with our own perception of what we have to offer, which is horrible. Horrible. So, yeah, don't rely on that. Just remember how many times we've been wrong. How many times have you been wrong about the depth of something, about your perception of something? So, don't just rely on that solely, on that feeling that I think I don't have much to offer. Don't do that. Don't do that. And one thing that we have to remember as well is that it really also is going to depend or be based on, maybe these are not the correct terms to use, but depend on other people. So when you think about what something's what the capacity of something is, or what its potential is, you have to think about the people that will be using that thing, or the people that will be enjoying that thing, or whatever. So you know how the saying goes, one person's trash is another person's treasure. What does that even mean? So I may sit and think one thing about something, but someone else may think, wow, differently about something. And so um, how can we accurately measure the capacity of a thing without thinking about those that will be enjoying it, those that will be using it? You can't. And so when you think about what you have to offer inside, and you're just relying solely on yourself and what you think, that's again an erroneous way of thinking about it, of trying to figure out that capacity, because you're not the sole end user here. You're not the only one that will be experiencing you, enjoying you. You ever been surprised about something that someone else thought of you? Like, oh wow, you think I, you like how I put this together today? This whole thing. Yeah, you like my hair? It's been in for like 8 weeks. You like it? Thank you. You like my background, child? This is a blanket. It's a comforter, child. You like this? Uh, it's a mound of clothes under this thing. You like this thing? Many, many, many times we've been wrong. Many times we have not been able to see our capacity. And so when we get in those places where there's depression, where we're thinking, oh man, I just don't feel like I'm just nothing. I'm just nothing. There are several reasons why you cannot take that and say, that's just it, and run with it. It's not. It's not. Okay? It's not. So, what's an example from the word? Okay. So Adam was by himself. Then the Lord created the animals and all of that. And it was like, oh, well, that's it, isn't it? No, no, no. The Lord was like, child, no, listen, let me do it. And that'll preach all by itself. And you let the Lord do it, that potential changes, that capacity changes. What's in you changes from what you just see right in front of you to something totally different. So let me finish the story. So Adam's sitting there, he's by himself. He just got of course, the animals and things, but he doesn't have a helpmeet. The Lord pulled a whole woman up out of Adam. Talk about there being more inside. Listen, this is true for us. This is true for us too. Like, there is so much inside of us. Of course, not apart from God. He is the one that bursts those things out of us and helps us to bring those things that are lying dormant inside, those things that we don't even recognize. He's the one that is bringing those things to fruition. And so we got to go back to him and spend time with him, and he'll start bringing those things so creatively out of us. We are made in our creator's image. And so to think of the concept of creation, there being nothing and then there being something, that's who we are. It doesn't matter that you feel that there's nothing inside. It doesn't matter that you feel like nothing. There is so much inside of you. And we're drawn to creation because we are like our Father. We're built for that creation. Let me show you. When you are watching Bob Ross, is that his name? Bob Ross? Yeah, I think it's his name, Bob Ross. Why is it so intriguing to watch a man with the little fro explain to you as he creates something on this white canvas that you didn't even see before? I mean, it's just coming to life right before your eyes. How amazing is that? Why are we so drawn to that? Or maybe you see an area of town that is being, it's construction site, it's being built. You seeing all the cranes and the people moving, and you're hearing the drilling and all of that, and you're looking at it. I remember working it when I was working out of my actual building, actual office. I looked across the street, and there was a building there, but it was demolished at some point. And then I started to see each day, I would look out the window and see the construction on it. I'd see that there was something new being built there. I would see it come together little by little, and I was fascinated. And I was like, man, I am so drawn to this. This is amazing watching this. I mean, there was literally rubble there. There was rubble there. And here it is. I'm looking over here a few months later, and there is an entire building that it's functional. People are walking in and out of it. People are living there. People are working there. I mean, there was literally nothing there. Why are we so intrigued by that? Because that is our essence. That is what God does if we allow Him, making something out of what seems like nothing. There is more inside of you, whether you want to believe it or not. We are drawn to the creation. We are drawn to things, to seeing things come to fruition, to seeing things developed, to seeing things built, because that's what happens inside of us. That's what God does through us. You can create. You can produce more. You can have things come to fruition. There is more inside of you. And listen, do not believe everything that you're just feeling. Don't run away with those feelings. Everybody gets to that place sometimes, but you can't let those be the dictators, okay? You can't let the feelings be the dictators. So I hope that this helps somebody. Okay, we are built for more. There is more inside, whether you believe it or not. And all you have to do is continue to stick it out with the Lord, and stick it in there with the Lord, and keep at it. Keep reading your word. Keep being aware throughout the day, even when you're walking around, you're outside, you're working or whatever. Keep an open line of communication where you're looking for God. And He will begin to show you those things. He will begin to birth those things through you. Keep serving. Keep doing the things that are important to Him. The things that He shows are important. And He will begin to show you those things. Okay? I hope this helps somebody to remember that there is more inside. Thank you for watching. Child. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking it out through this video. This is a short one. I feel like I should keep talking. Okay, no, keep talking. Thank y'all for watching. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. And listen, you know it's always real over here all the time, because it's the walk live.